Spectral traces. Something's up with Helen.
Banishers. Excuse the clatter.
I've seen worse. Good day to you, Helen.
I did not count on seeing you two again. I take it you've returned for a reason?
I've mail for the fort. The messenger didn't make it. But I'm glad to make his delivery for him.
Mail? From who?
I don't know. Family? Friends? They seem to come from outside New Eden.
Ah, from before. They could be good for morale, or they could ruin it. Well, thank you.
Running this fort on your own can be no easy task. How are things going?
Busy. Vardy Miller has been on my case about opening more trading routes. We're all trying to make do, and he's trying to make work. Mind you, it's not a half-bad idea. We need the supplies. I've sent letters to the Harrows, but had no reply. I wish I knew why.
You might have better luck with the Newsmith party in the Darkwoods. Kate Newsmith is in charge there now.
Interesting. Thank you for the tip.
Things have been feverish round here, to say the least. Are you bearing up?
As well as can be expected.
How well is that exactly?
People are barely scratching by up here in this godforsaken fort, dangling out over the edge of the world. I fight so the stockade stays standing. The ship is wrecking, but I was called to be captain. I hold the wheel. So yes, Banisher, I am bearing up as well as can be expected.
A presence yet surrounds you. Could explain why you feel so burdened.
I carry my grief with me. I live with a family that is no longer here. You made sure of that.
Could his husk still be present? It will be drawn to you.
No, it could not.
Something is present. Something weighs on you.
I'm busy, Banishers. Busy means tired, that's all.
We'll look into your spectral stones.
If you feel the need, then sure. Suit yourself.
Why is an echo here? If Sebastian still lingers, it can't be.
Something's concealed. Sebastian's mentioned on every page. These are really very good. Poor Helen.
I hunger. I fade.
What can I do? What do I do for you?
Come to me, love. Comfort me.
Don't go. All will be well. I promise. All will be well.
Helen's desire is so strong, it's constructing a new ghost. The husk sees what she wants and mirrors it.
She feeds him from her own essence. No wonder she's on edge.
Well?
I'll not waste your time, nor mine. You lied to us about Sebastian's husk. It's still here. We were clear. That is not Sebastian, and its presence will kill you.
I know that in my mind, but in my heart it is him. I can see him, hear him, feel his presence. I know him and he knows me. If he is not real, What is?
You are real. Every breath you take is real, and every beat of your heart. And the people here are real. Lead them. Sebastian is a husk, and without the puppeteer, the husk is paling. It clings to you still because you cling to it. Soon it will pale entirely and become a specter. This puts you and the others at great risk.
He poses no danger. He's... Very well. I visit him in the mines. You'll find him there. Take the elevator on the right to the main gallery. There's a tunnel there. You'll need this key. Do what you must, Banishers. And so will I.
Go gentle, Helen.
Failing that, go hard.
I'm ready to shoot the infested wounds after you bruise that up.
Quick and precise. Well done.
Thoughts of him. She must come to me. No more.
Oh there! Sebastian?
You want me to read it to you? Again?
As long as I can hear your voice.
I'd rather finish your portrait. At least I get to look at you.
Very well. I'll strike my best pose once more.
Cozy.
She spent a lot of time down here with her beloved husk. throwing a tantrum, are we? Blasted pest!
They brought more friends. The husk has Helen's memories no more.
They weren't even real memories. Now even his spectre is gone.
What are we gonna tell Helen?
That the spectre of Sebastian lost the fight with his own nature and we had to dispatch him. Or that he vanished, cherishing the life he thought they'd shared. She won't enjoy either.
Do we have to lie?
Some truths are better left unspoken, and the people here need their leader.
Have you found him?
I'm sorry, Helen. We were too late. Sebastian had fully paled. He remembered nothing. Not us, not you. He was a spectre and nothing more. We banished it.
What? You did what?
The real Sebastian has been gone a very long time. You know this.
How could you? He was all I had. My love, my friend, my only friend.
It's time to let go.
Is he really gone?
Aye. Yes.
I'll take a moment to myself, Banishers, if you please.
Of course. Take care, Helen.
Oh, that was dire. I know, Banisher Rule 14, don't get involved emotionally.
I hate that rule.
Then why'd you make it up?
Because you needed it.
Great! Over here!
Are you alright?
Can't sleep. Bad dreams. Screaming of men long dead who should be sleeping too.
Reminds me of another soldier I knew some years ago. Haunted as hell, he turned out to be a promising banisher.
We have a ritual that will put those men to sleep for good. Just name the place. Somewhere important to you.
At the cemetery, there's an unmarked grave. I've always wondered who lies therein. That's the place, I expect.
Perfect. If I find you there, I'll put your dreams to sleep. As you were, soldier.
So which made-up ritual do you want to do this time?
Let's keep it simple. Candles and that.
Mr. McCraith, may I help you?
So, salesman, sell me something, if you can.
My pleasure. Tell me, what do you need and what do you want?
I must go. Thank you for your time.
Take care, and mention it not.
You know what would really help Andrew? Advice from another old soldier.
Stop reading my mind. It's unsettling.
According to the map, the treasure should be near.
The treasure has to be... Nurse Wings?
That was Anne Wings.
She was collecting something. I wonder what.
We should visit Cotton Peabody at the infirmary.
What do we do?
I'll prepare the ritual.
Right, that's done. Now we wait. What do you want to talk about?
I envy you, Scotsman. You've seen war, yet you walk light enough upon the earth, as if you bear no scars.
Aye, but I didn't get that till I had acceptance. Took a while to get it, too. I've done some awful things. The pain ruled me, even as I denied it. That doesn't work. Had to admit it, let it in, give it a home. Then stop looking at it the whole time.
You remind me of Joshua. Always seeing the bright side, even as I'd peer into the dark. But I said I'd try, and try I will.
I'm glad to hear it. It won't be easy, but you don't have to face it alone. You have a family, a wife, children. Maybe it's time for you to find them.
Maybe all right. Maybe leaving is what I need. A new leaf and a new slate and all that.
Good for you. Right. The ritual's done. You should sleep better now. Consider yourself relieved, as the saying goes. Right. I'll be going. Take some time to collect yourself. And Andrew, sleep well.
Mind how you go, McCreath. I've lost enough brothers in arms. I'd hate to lose another.
Oh there. Anyone? Ferdinando?
Where could he be? Clever, as long as no one finds the depot.
We should check in on it.
Hunter's roster. And Theodore Shepard is overdue. Don't let that specter get to the corpse.
Help! Please, monsters be gone!
Isn't that Ferdinando?
Yes, and he needs help.
Let me go!
Hogging all the fun.
They brought more friends.
I thought I was dead.
You all right, Mr. Miller?
I never thought I would say this. I am glad to see you.
What are you doing so far from the fort?
Business. I shall not bore you with it. Let's talk of something else. You, sir, saved my life. And I'm a man who pays his debts. Here, something for you. It's worth more than it looks. Keep it. Or sell it. A token of my gratitude. Now, I should get ready to return to the store.
Be careful on the road, Mr. Miller.
I will. Now, please, excuse me. I have a long way to go.
Your lordship, you're back. How nice.
Credence Scudder, still playing the fool.
Who? Me, your lordship? Not me. All right, all right. People like it. Beloved likes it. And the plan requires it. Jed's gone. And we're going to the West Indies to buy a plantation.
You'll need money.
Have faith, Mr. McWraith. We'll be a long time dead. Best make the most of it, eh? Oh, that reminds me. I have work for you. Banishing work. We'd like to build a monument for Jed, God rest him, in the cemetery. But the forest nearby is awash with spectres.
You buried the stolen payroll in the forest near the cemetery, right?
Got me again, Mr. McWraith. I buried it at the base of a tree next to the landslide. Still, paid work is paid work, right?
Well, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll keep the money. Maybe you should rethink the whole plan. A good day to you, Mr. Scudder.
God grant you the same, sir.
Watch out! Spectre possession.
Get lost, would you?
I think we've hit a nerve. I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
Sit down.
The stolen payroll. Credence may have it back. Or not. We'll see.
Sharpshooter.
Years of practice.
So, do you have my money?
I do have it, aye. And I'm keeping it. Any objections?
You! Yes, I have objections. Although I see you're in no mood to hear them. Very well. You win this one. Well done, you old bastard. Well done.
Greetings, Mr. Sather.
And how are you, sir?
What seems to be the trouble?
I'm sure this sounds silly, but I am an educated man, sir, and when I say this shop is haunted, I say it in all seriousness. We've had unexplained pilfering, though that has stopped since the widow Ingersoll ran away with the cash box. But I hear noises. I'm alone here now, you see. After the horrors this fort endured, could one of these monstrosities be hiding away in the store?
Right. That's a lot. Let me ask a few questions. See if we can sort this out.
Of course. Beg pardon.
You say the widow took her own cash box and fled. Why would she do that?
A moment of madness, sir. Or so I can only surmise.
Did you see her go?
I did. And not just that, I heard a commotion. As if her quarters were being ransacked. I confronted the thief, but it was she herself. She yelled at me, shoved me aside and fled. I picked myself up and went to follow, but she was gone.
I should have a look in her quarters, so... You mentioned a problem with pilfering. What's that about?
Bathsheba noticed it first. Cases would go missing. Oil, sugar of all things, spoons.
Do you have a suspect? Any idea where the stolen goods might be?
Not a one, sir, not a one. And if I'm to be honest, I don't care. If they've stolen it, it's because they need it, apart from the sugar. And apart from the spoons, no one needs that many spoons. Bathsheba said she'd look into it, and I was happy to let her.
Whose ghost haunts you, do you think? Any enemies? Lost loved ones, perhaps?
I'm well liked, and I've no enemies here. Not since Bathsheba took the cash box and fled. But I'd hardly call her an enemy.
Bathsheba. The eponymous Mrs. Ingersoll, I believe.
The widow Ingersoll, up to split her hair. We've had someone thieving our merchandise. The ghost is the final straw.
To solve your haunting, I must investigate the store. Bathsheba's lodgings too. I'd like to do so with your permission. May I have it?
For the store, of course. For Bathsheba's lodgings. Well, not for me to say. Do what you have to do, and if she finds out, it won't be from me.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
It's signed NS, as in Nathaniel.
From whom does he expect a payment, and why?
This Thomas must be a good friend indeed. Nathaniel is desperate to see him.
What a mess. Bathsheba left in a hurry.
Anyone home? I'm Red McCraith, the Banisher. Show yourself.
I think we're alone.
The takings are thin indeed. Wouldn't make me want to stay. Sense the ripple of a past conversation.
Who does Duchess Mock think she is? Taking my wares, taking my business, taking my dignity. To hell with her. To hell with Helen Priest. I'll leg it to Boston before I let her take what's mine.
When Helen threatened to take her business, the widow ran away.
Prudent. I can't say I blame her.
We found all we could. Might be time to go after our thief.
Mrs. Ingersoll took a cart. Maybe you could follow her tracks.
Not a bad idea, Mr. Sather. Not a bad idea at all. Cart tracks. That way. Do you think perhaps the late Mr. Ingersoll may haunt his old store?
Back to save his wife, and with it his store? Perhaps. I doubt it.
Bathsheba must have had motivation to flee in snow like this.
Or desperation. The tracks veer to the right.
I think I used to count my wolf kills on one hand. Back down to hell.
I named the missing cart. Abandoned. The wheel is stuck.
Empty cash box. The widow Ingersoll's, no doubt.
Sharpshooter.
Years of practice. Novices really have no idea how many miles a Banisher runs to solve a case.
I once met Nero Fox, the infamous Banisher who solved all his cases from the comfort of his armchair.
I should have become his apprentice.
Thing is, his apprentice was the one that went into the field for him.
A trail of blood. I don't like that.
The tracks continue this way.
We need to stop at some point. Here would be all right. I think Bathsheba was injured.
Looks that way. What with the blood and torn clothing and all.
I feel something close. Is it just me or?
I felt it too. Watch out! Spectre possession. Can I join in too? What do we have here?
The chest. Looks untouched.
A useful acquisition.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
What was that?
Yes. Something's here.
The tracks lead into this cave. Must have been really desperate.
Reveal your true self.
Toki mi indrasta, skal numphalas.
Go away, beasts! Off with you! Ah! That's mine! Come back!
Eaten alive. Hope it was quick.
The wolf took a purse. We should find it.
Reinforcements! Not today.
Standing by.
Let's search the den. If we'd a wing or so, we'll never again see Boston. Widow Ingersoll.
Sharpen up! Here's the belt. The purse is with it.
Keys. Widow Ingersoll's, I don't doubt.
I've seen this symbol in the mines below Fort Jericho.
Why would she have keys to the mines?
Mines. You want to take a look, don't you?
Spectre nearby. Big one. I'll summon it now. Present yourself!
I can help. Going to attack! You shouldn't stay in there. On your toes, Scotsman.
Marcin leg!
Moves like a shot. Oh, I don't like this.
Don't let that Spectre get to the corpse. This might hurt. Crows answer its call. It's going to attack. That Spectre's looking for a body. Move, Red!
I feel something close. that some kind of cenotaph?
I think so. A memorial to hunters lost. All hunters lost.
Devil take you!
Did we miss a few?
Think we've fixed it?
There's a tough one.
Away with you!
Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. Sorry, not this time.
Die, you bastard!
Listening.
Always. Spectral nest. I better command them to show themselves.
Unveil yourself!
Call on me.
There's more of them.
Did we miss a few? Ask for help if you need it. This isn't over yet. Ride it out. On your toes, Scotsman.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
They brought more friends.
I have another in sight. Ask for help if you need it.
Bust!
Here we are. Now, let's find the symbol. Oh. Someone's been here already. Looks like Helen found Mrs. Ingersoll's stash. Oil, sugar, salt. Isn't this Nathaniel Sather's stolen merchandise?
Yes, it is. Feet on the ground. I have another in sight. It's on you.
Reinforcements!
The ledger for Ingersoll's store. Same dates, but with much higher figures.
2 different ledgers, one of which was locked inside a chest. I think I understand. She stole her own merchandise and hid it in the mines. Then she hid the accounts that would expose her lie. Why would she do that?
Helen wanted to take her merchandise. She doesn't want to share, she wants to sell. She's selfish. Nathaniel broke his promise and doesn't regret it.
He gave up everything to help people, including his good word. We should go back to him.
Excuse me,
Mrs. Ingersoll, I believe.
Mistress Duarte. Dear Lord, you're a spirit too. What happened? Is this part of the curse? Are we all coming back like this? And who is the man with you?
Red McCraith, madam, at your service. I'm a banisher. Another banisher, that is. The other banisher. I'll stop talking now.
What are you doing here?
You came to my stall. Then you've met Nathaniel. Would you give him a message from me? Tell him he must stay. He made a promise. He must honor it.
So, you haunt Nathaniel. But he told us you stole your own cash box. Why?
Priest took my stock. All I had left was the money. I thought I'd start again somewhere else. Boston. Where it all began.
This isn't what you had in mind, eh?
I have business yet. You'll see.
We found some merchandise stashed away. Oil, sugar, some, spoons. We suspect it was stolen. Is it yours?
I believe it is. Or at least it was.
Helen Priest lays claim to it. For the company.
And how does Helen Priest know about it? Because Nathaniel told her. He broke my confidence. He broke my heart. For the sake of his return to Boston and a life of ease, he'll trample the legacy of those who made him. He betrayed us. I knew what he was up to.
That is why I ran. And because I ran, I died.
I'll ask you some questions, if you don't mind. Where are you from?
Boston, originally. Now I'm from New Eden. You?
Cuba, originally. Now I'm from everywhere and nowhere. Was it in Boston where you met your husband?
It was. I went into his shop one day and there he was. And you? Did you meet Mr. McCraith in Cuba?
God, no. We met in London. We met through work.
Yes. It happens. Or so I've heard.
What are you to Nathaniel? Where did you meet?
One day, an orphan boy came to our store in Boston hoping to learn the trade. He had this idea that he would sell hats. Everyone needs hats, he'd say. We gave him a job. He's been with us ever since. He's my barker, my salesman. He's born to it. He writes well, too. You should read the letters he sends to his friend, Thomas, in Boston.
Tell me more about Thomas.
He and Nathaniel are very close. Natty writes at least once a month. Were you married, Mistress Duarte? There was a time when I would have judged you if you were not. Now I know better. Love is love, whichever way it comes to you. Natty loves Thomas as well as any man ever loved a woman. Maybe better. What do you think of that?
Love is love, as you say, whichever way it comes to you. And there'll never be too much love in the world. We'll be off then. We'll be in touch.
One would be better than the other, but I'm not sure I know which.
May we talk, Mr. Sather?
I'd like nothing more. How can I be of service?
We must talk about the widow's accounts. They're meagre enough.
You surprise me, sir. And by that I mean you do not surprise me in the least. If the coffer was full, I'd be halfway to Boston by now.
Is that why you're selling your stock cheap?
Everything must go, sir. Or I'll not carry this junk back to Boston and the coin will pay my way.
Bathsheba kept the money she owes you, and now you're stuck here. Boston no more than a memory.
That's it, exactly. Now you understand the urgency.
I've bad news for you. I found Bathsheba's body. The wolves got her.
Oh no. Poor widow Ingersoll. I so dearly wish she'd made it safely to Boston. Did you find the cash box?
I found something else. The note. You told Priest exactly where to find the merchandise that Mrs. Ingersoll had hidden in the mines.
Ah. Now, I have a number of excuses, but I get the feeling you won't be interested in any of them. Nor, to be honest, am I. I did the right thing. Followed Bathsheba to her hiding place, and then I told Mrs. Priest where to find it. The stock will keep people alive. Now is no time for commerce.
You lied to your employer. Did she deserve it?
Listen, Bathsheba no longer knew what she was doing. She lived in the past, while we live in the present, and the future comes charging towards us. She wallows in grief, to the detriment of her friends and neighbours. She wouldn't give up the goods, so I gave them up for her.
All right. It's time.
I hear you, Mr. Sather. But I'd like to hear Widow Ingersoll's thoughts on the matter too. Wouldn't you?
Dear Lord, what are you?
Worry not, Nathaniel. This is the ghost that haunts the store. Bathsheba Ingersoll.
Back to tell me one more time that you're not going to pay me?
That money is my husband's legacy, and I shall decide what's to be done with it.
Money is mine. I earned it. All those years, I stood by my promise, but you did not. You lied about the books. You cheated me.
I? A cheat? You swore to my husband on his deathbed that the store would go on. You swore an oath to a dying man, and then you broke it.
I swore to help you with your grief. To keep running the store while you mourned. But you did not mourn. Instead, you poured your heart into his business. You won't let it go. You won't let him go. I can give you no more time. I have a life to live. Your dead husband does not. You must let me go.
By renouncing his business, you bury my husband a second time. Ingersoll's name will die because of you.
It's time to end this.
Bathsheba Ingersoll. By keeping his business going, you keep your husband alive. But it's time now for you to leave.
I'll not go.
Letting go seems so very difficult. So very painful. But you must, because by remaining, you only cause suffering.
But what awaits me at journey's end? Will my husband approve of the choices I've made? Have I done his business proud?
Material questions concern you no longer. Your husband's legacy is now yours. Nathaniel has inherited it. Let it go.
Yes. My accounts are settled. The books are balanced. I may go. Nathaniel, the business is yours. Take care of it.
Go in peace.